hopefully you can, be in the boot here for a handful of days and then be able to get back. And just had some inflammation in his foot. So,
what did you take away from playing without him? Providence.
Well, I don't think anybody, made the most of their opportunity. I think that's the one thing that happens in competitive sports is like somebody gets injured or somebody's out, something happens. It's a great opportunity for the next, person or persons, and so nobody took advantage of that. And that's what I told them for like selfish reasons. You come here to play, and now, if he was there, my guess is he would have played 25 to 30 minutes.
Right.
You don't know how some things unfold. That would have been my guess. And now that time's going to go to other people. And nobody really played that well, to be frank with you. So that's what I kind of took from that. And we'll see. I think Providence had a lot to do with that. They were very athletic. They had good size. They had good quickness. And I thought they played a lot harder than we did.
What did you want to see out of that point guard position?
Well, I wanted them to take on the challenge. I think when you play with some inexperienced people, you try to run a lot of stuff. You have to be together. You have to be connected, and we're not at that point as a group yet, especially when we play a lot of people. Just try to run the team, lead, just play well, more than anything. Like, sometimes when you get that opportunity, you might not do some of the same things that other guy does, but you can still be productive. We just, outside of Travion rebounding, nobody really had an area of the game where you could walk away and say, man, I felt good the way they did that. Sometimes you don't do, any of the practical things right. You just compete and play hard. That's the game. We didn't have anybody out there that embraced the physicality of the game. We didn't have anybody out there that just, competed at a high level. And so, but this is it's a bonus because 4 or 5 years ago, before we scrimmage people, like we wouldn't know that right now. You would play somebody that you were a lot better than. You'd feel good about yourself. You'd win by 30, 40 points, and then you'd walk away and you really weren't any better. And so that's why we've tried to, get to the scrimmages and play high-level Division II teams like we're playing against Southern Indiana.
Where are you with the annual redshirt question this year?
We'll see. I thought, those guys haven't separated themselves from other people. Like the people that are starting have done better than the other guys, but they haven't done that much better. It's not anything that's clear. So still waiting just to go through some practices here and play one more game, and then obviously have some conversations. Doesn't mean we'll make decisions, but definitely have conversations at that point.
What about your starting five? Is that pretty well set, or is that's determined by not having Nojel, I'd imagine?
Right. Yeah, we'll start with the same group that we started with before.
And when you get Nojel back, would it be Eric or Jihad over at Gilbert?
I don't know. It'll be one of them. It'll be one of them.
You talked about this generically, but what did you, I guess, like and not like from Eric running the point? And like you said, I know you didn't like most of it, but
yeah, he did okay. He was solid. He just, has to be more demanding of himself and make an impact on the game in all areas. Whether that's jamming the basketball and guarding the ball, setting the pace of the game, finding his, his niche, distributing the basketball or shooting the basketball. Just be productive in your role.
Are you?
Too early to tell, kind of, if you could assess the sophomore group and kind of their development at this point. You're counting on them a lot this year.
Yeah, we need Travion to be consistent. He throws good on top of bad and bad on top of good. You got to be consistent. And he'll do bad, he'll realize it, he'll make the corrections, he'll do good, but that won't stop him from doing bad again. It's just like be consistent, keep the game simple, and that's what he has to do. If he can keep the game simple, be an excellent rebounder. He could be one of the best rebounders in the country. He played 17 minutes the other night, he had 12 rebounds. It's not hard to figure out. We'd like to have him on the court more. But he's got to do other things well. He's got to take care of the basketball. He's got to be better on defense. He's got to sprint both ways. So trying to get him to be consistent in his production, because there's a really good player inside there. And but now we got to have better habits. And once he starts to have better habits, his talent, he's got a good feel for the game. It's all going to come out, and that's what we're striving to get, from him. So.
What's your
and Sasha and Aaron?
I just talked about one guy.
Huh? Yeah.
they did okay. They both need to play within themselves. They both need to play harder, maybe more purposeful is maybe the better word. Embrace the physicality of the game, sprint. I think sometimes when you get into games and you practice, it's really hard to empty your tank and practice for 3 hours. Just give everything you have. But it's pretty simple in my mind to do it if you're going to play 25 minutes and you have 8 media timeouts and a halftime. Like, to me, that makes sense to, hey man, I'm just going to go as hard as I can go. We don't have those guys. Those guys got to show their experience and play a lot harder and give us more. Those sophomores is definitely, because that's, everybody wants to talk about the freshmen because they haven't seen them. Any place you go, how are the freshmen doing? Well, it's just a curiosity question is all it is, because they haven't seen them like they've seen everybody else. But those guys that are freshmen and now sophomores, they're the ones that got to make the jump.